Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Nanice El-Gammal and this is your Astro Tarot reading for the solar eclipse in Cancer happening on June 21st, 2020 at 8:41 a.m. Cairo, Egypt time. So I'm going to talk about the astrology in the first part, and at the very end I'm going to draw a card for the collective. So just a few hours after sunrise on the 21st of January, when the sun reaches its maximum power of the year, in a sense of how long the day is. The 21st, the summer solstice, is the longest day of the year. So the sun has built up to this day, and on this day, the light of the sun gets covered. This tells me that the next 6 months are going to be full of massive changes. We are going to remember these days probably for decades or maybe even centuries to come. We are really living in a powerful time right now. And astrologers have been talking about this moment for ages. So traditionally, eclipses are not celebrated. Ancient kings used to get scared when it was eclipse time because the king the sun is symbolic of the king. You know, the sun is like the king of our solar system, and everything goes around that. While it's the same with the king in his court. And the king would get paranoid that something's going to happen to him, or he's going to get overthrown, or something like that. And imagine if you were living in those days when there's like no electricity, and you're so tuned in to the daily cycle of light and dark, and then, you know, during the day suddenly it gets dark. That's like kind of creepy. So like, people back then had a different perspective of eclipses than we do right now. And it's a time where light loses its power momentarily. So Cancer is in a cardinal sign, which I explained earlier, initiates change. And while the nodes of the moon are in a mutable sign, which tells me that this eclipse is going to catalyze further change that's going to lead to cultural, societal, or governmental changes. It's going to kind of initiate the breaking apart process. So a few days ago, Mars was conjunct Neptune. It's still in the air right now. I can still feel it, but it was peaking a few days ago. And it brought a rise to the theme of martyrdom. And I saw this through Mr. George Floyd, and here in Egypt with Ms. Sarah Higazi, may their souls rest in peace. That their martyrdom, or their death, brought with them huge issues of identity, of culture, of religion, of humanity, and it was pretty intense. But at the same time, I noticed also that there was a massive increase in interest in spirituality, or humanitarianism, and as well as and sharing that in a communal way, which was, I found, really beautiful. But the scary parts of it, like, you know, the death and all that, I think it stirred up a lot of emotion in us, and we're still kind of marinating in those emotions. But that's about to change. That mood is going to dissipate probably by the end of the month, because shortly, like about a week after this eclipse, Mars is going to go into the sign of Aries. So Mars in Aries it's a fire sign. It's Mars's home sign. Things are gonna get a bit more fiery and inspired for the next 6 months, because Mars is gonna be in Aries for 6 months. People are going to start being more outgoing about what they want to fight for. It's going to be very obvious. People are going to be heated up. I'd say mental health could be an issue for the next 6 months. And if you have friends or family or neighbors who you know have tendency towards depression or towards anxiety, this is a really good time to, of course, take care of yourself first, but check on others as well and be kind to one another, because I see that it's a challenging planetary alignment for mental well-being. And it'll probably help to kind of just feel like you're part of a community right now as well, because it's very challenging to each individual, and we kind of need each other to keep each other afloat. At the next week as well, Jupiter's going to conjunct Pluto for the second time. It already did once, and it will do it again later on this year. Pluto can represent the underworld, death, destruction, and decay. And it can also be hidden riches and hidden powers. It's very intense. And Jupiter is like a magnifying glass, magnifying all this hidden intensity. It's like Pluto can also be like things that you choose to sweep under the carpet and you don't really want to look at. Well, Jupiter's like bringing it all out, and in abundance, and we're like looking at it right now. And this theme will continue throughout till the end of the year, but there will be a short peak of this magnification of decay and death and hidden powers and secrets as well. It will be peaking shortly after this eclipse. So yeah, please look out for one another. I was looking into Islamic mysticism and their approach on eclipses, and I found a very beautiful quote. I'd like to read it to you. There is a lesson in it for us. When the darkness begins to appear, our power is taken, but when the skies start to clear again, the power is returned to us, except God gives us more power than we had before. When we pray, we receive from God's light, the light which reinforces the moon in both a physical and spiritual form, enrobing us in sweetness and in honor. It heals, taking away the burdens of the faithful, and it revives us. When the skies begin to clean, the light returns to us, taking away our illnesses and our troubles. So this quote is by Sheikh Nazim, and I feel that this is a time not to fear, but it's rather a chance to show our humility and to have faith in the return of the light, and to clean our hearts so that we may receive the divine light better, and to be that divine light in this world. So that's all I have for the planetary part of this report. And I'm gonna pick a card. So this is a little bit of a longer report. Thank you to those who have watched till now. So the card I got is the Four of Discs, or the Four of Pentacles, power. And you can see these 4 points making a fortress. And there's a path that's leading to the gate. And it's possible to go through this gate, but you have to be admitted inside. And inside is like a courtyard, and there's balance and peace and harmony and protection. You can see there's the water around the fortress, which is appropriate for this Cancer solar eclipse. So you have to pass through these watery parts. We're going through an emotional process right now. And this emotional process is carrying us through to purify. And once we are allowed to enter into this inner sanctum, we will really experience what it is to feel empowered. Because power is being redefined right now, because our whole world is changing. So we are being initiated right now into a place of empowerment, leading us towards a place of empowerment. So it's like a necessary pressure to get us there. At the bottom of the deck, I get the 9 of Wands, strength. So we have the strength to make it through, as long as you can see the sun and the moon there, that's the eclipse. So as long as we keep our humility, know that this is not the time to shine, but the light is going to return. So and in our humbleness and in our strong faith, this is a fire suit. This is very inspired with our faith. We're gonna find the other wands that we can lean on, our community, our practices, whatever helps you keep you grounded. You're gonna find other things, a multitude of things to support you if you ask for it, and if you remain humble. This whole process that's going to happen from now until the end of the year is going to be worth it, and it's going to bring us towards greater strength and greater empowerment as a species. That's all I have for you guys today. I hope you have a very blessed new moon solar eclipse. And if you'd like a private reading with me, please email me. If you like this video, please like, please share, please subscribe to my channel. And if you find value in these videos, please consider donating to my channel. I'll be speaking to you guys soon. Bye.